Alright, Assalamu alaikum. Alnal badi malami jajun televisi dengan lejang Samakung Public Radio. Bimu tenal lungalati me karoti tang aning sei. Mal kontona altol ningali jamu lambal bisimla la programu nyinto pour nalia kacha kondalta kila nyame rek. So binak bem fay la Gambia la politiko la kono kotenke katum mbenya jela ko silang kulbe politiko Gambia be kandi kanna be sembota kanne yo molbe be findi kanne ka futa mol makela ngani yole yitandi la ko e lafta banko marala le mol men fana yalon ko lafta lola president yala e be fam organize kan demanding. So an indication of that is you can see that just new weekend momentum bitaten UMC yela congress ke, and the turnout was really good at the conference and also at the rally memfana yake buffer zone. So definitely more turnout onying niat natara yata odamala. I believe it's fair to say ko really still at least Italy still a base, they have a base, right? So they can definitely start working their way through, and sometimes for a nyunkulu advantage katarajela depending on time moment, almari nyoli Allah because sometimes people pay attention to whatever you guys are doing at certain time, period of time, because nyaju be sign molu communication of Benjamin sign mola olora hakilo be lorin politiko nyingam bakele sign. So for that matter ibaje lako momo ya lonko be interesting political to nyanda you need to pay attention to munabe caring right now in the country. That is nyaron ko mol men yalon ko be laftaka contest kake leaders ulti banko especially nanata party la karola. Definitely ayanta kala fentile me yalon ko mol nyante mari ñol understand lale yalon what they are up to, yalon ito la plan la development plan mo muneti itol fe nitoli banko mara mune nyaato ta nyanda soto nola in the nation. So those are things many alonko they are very important pro as part of the citizenry. Ndol Gambian only are try we pay attention to those things, kali la moila ngalo kamen fon kala mira critically ngalonko ordinary people they don't have time pour kanyum ko be mira, but at least more la ko idea solu many alonko ni winter at least small si bulo point no wala ko ya fol kabribe campaign ko mbenyina kala, and this is what they are following. You understand? Because are important pour your framework or sort of pour your ideas sort of your plan or sort of rebe banko sambala nyaadile nila plan or sound a mol balon nalko it will work, and as a result ebe need la support men you will have it mol bela idea nying because you understand la. But how do people understand ideas is if you don't tell them. You have to tell them, right? You have to let them explain it to them, understand. So ibajela ko all of these political parties, it is their role to talk to the people, to tell them munamula agenda ti. And I know they are working on those things. They know them very well. To them politician, but those are just cool many alonko, they are, it should be expected. I think everybody should, more many alonko they, you cool kalango London and they cool follow. They know what, banko cool katanya did. Right? Nimbe left from organized lafanang into a viable body. Inyanta steps all men nutala. Will be a lad in the chenemato, money lon nefanang. Right? Okay, so so it is the duty of these political leaders who make sure for moli munebeto. So most of them fananka wakeno nyadile by follow ekadati by putting in place a manifesto, writing a manifesto, basically in a development plan will be a right? Okay, so if I allow manifesto for them, at least no more access sort of to them, they will read them and it's I understand. Okay, so those are some of the things to look for them, in various political establishments and leadership. You understand, what do they say they want to do for the country is important, right? And then ni ko ibe nyine kala fanang amam nyimi yo fo mo le campaign yo running event adron yo ku kotang start that would at least people will remind you and niman pariata la rek. That means if I start like a sembo jai molkam because if denial or like a counter accusation or counter accusations, and then maybe from you can end up using the power of the law purkamulu suppress, right? So Munubeka put in place purka avoid. So Cabre saying karte fireman si water menasai luobe lokang for everybody. This is the time for people to pay attention more kamuna for, right? Yeah. There that time dingo sort of at least an hour or two a day, just to solve into some of these things. Ngalo munebe caring banko kang. Wo mukulete me alonko, I do, I try to do it sign religiously. Okay, but a sign, there are a few things that be interesting meant. First, like now for Nyamen Katra Nyimul browse can. So the other day I saw Mama Kande because Ngala found very interesting new call to Munata Fangla Pati to them, I don't know. But that's not important. So but Mama Kande as a possible presidential candidate ateko ala manifesto bondile and ntaman chance to look at the whole manifesto in detail because mbulo mamfuta maje because ngamira according to ninga understand he is still working on or the party is working on trying to complete writing the manifesto, but at least ala basic objectives or ala aims and objectives and then target I all list and then I think he also said something about ala first 100 days what he intends to do. So listo menja kamunda buital nak so nimoya muta hani wo force for 100-day plano mengate alandi Natar of wol mufenere melan ko they are a little malo how narrow those plans are or how broad they are, but Natar they are broad in a little bit broad enough. You understand? Some of those can be carried on for a whole 5-year period, right? Like coming from more, a presidential candidate la 5-year tenure abe menkela president yala not I fell lay out in the first 100 days. You understand? Now, may along probably, I don't know if I can, most of those cannot be huge development projects, but most of jama will make a structural adjustment for embezzlement more financial official nila doku lalu run nyame whether they are doing it in the right way or not. So sometimes because short term goals solo yalo book ite warandi no la kolanka ni wonte te achieve no la la targeted time period so I do not expect them to have those huge objectives for the first 100 days, but in nako out of whatever they're going to plan, maybe if they can look at those things very well, it's a broaden knowledge, to just continue to, implement them throughout their 5-year, tenure, or as part of their 5-year development plan. Right. So the first thing menga akorosi nga menje because malafi ala will be discussed last time I long in detail so but nga ala first objective menje wala ko in the first 100 days he wants to make sure ko a government la contracts nyolu menga ke award I will be review you understand so butum fobe include for a retroactive like going back to like few years back or 5 years back kamola contractual allocation award of contracts government contracts the bidding process whether fair or not, whether government could have given certain contracts to a particular company that could have done a better job than maybe the men. I believe those are the kind of things many alonko would be entail in those kind of plan, short-term plans. So that's interesting. I think we maybe Moya will review. Probably the gaps Jamal many alonko people can work on towards filling those gaps, trying to address those problems. Yeah, I understand because government ka kodome revenue make Jamaica in development projects enyante ta mandila walla so ba jala nibe contract ko dila mola me alonka be ko kuntula and that ala could deliver nola on time then wobela banna masakunda la kodole tinyala so ibaje la ko nim abe dokula and then ita ko be comme banko mol be dokula ibe namo kanin na molu bulu ibe fengulu like ibe ku kotan kodo nyini la karo be la iba kafula nyuma so kodo nyimme nyalon ka nyanta na la tala pour ka banko doku so masakunda famata be doku no so fire di contractual outside contract sometimes dole beje masakunda sikeno bari comme control la banko la structure be nyame sayem pour masakunda responsible ku jamal abe talakan because niajube wotumo PWD nyol be kerne no I remember those days ya ona sa wol famul masakunda doku la lelka silolu doku masakunda la doku la lelka kuleke jamaleke ya understand yo bari sabe damento private contractors lu wala ka doku jamaleke masakunda so that means masakunda la project ko jamal be je keke men ya lonko wala mu banko la development kodo nyinte kodo men ka dum banko la development ko majority be ka dum contractors le bulu outside contract private contract majority fang wi akaka wallaldi pour wole ko ron banko so ba jala wo kodo nyin definitely wo nyanta mo yanta bulala wo normal yaaje ko at least near bidding member contractors will be contract on him bid la nyame comme pour y la fi pour y ake mansa kundai. You allow many companies pour y na in ye momo jube la munamu la strength the munamu la weakness the munamu la planned how they are gonna meet the project or la timeline so ni resource ani be cool mobilize ani munamu to fangol la own capacity di pour ka joko unforeseen circumstances nyolu isi wolu able address la nyam, and all those are very, very important things. So I think at a first point of for J.O. to call a review, that's a great thing. I mean, within the first 100 days, if you are able to, look into that and then come up with, a report, also can find findings, loopholes, try you work on those, you address them. Areas they are going on well, you just kind of keep scaling those. Fonde. Ayanda kala wala nyama. Bemo be tentulambe jaila, left wala munna kachati bi mbedanali wolto albadi ma njaju ntela bale jan Samakung Public Radio. Ala baraka bake ala lume kunyima.